Hi, I'm Annie. Today I'm going to talk about waking up early if you want to. At least this is how I do it. First, let's get something out of the way. It is not better or worse to wake up early. It's not a moral failing if you wake up later in the day. People who are self-righteous about waking up at 4 a.m. can suck it. If you are effective and efficient and getting shit done, you can wake up whenever you want, whatever works for you. I like waking up early. Why? The early bird avoids the bullshit. In the early morning, when I'm walking my dog in the crisp morning air, it is just so much more peaceful. There is so much less bullshit at that time of day. I love getting up and getting out there before everyone else is awake. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm really uptight about little SI things. I just get really annoyed on my morning walks about like physical chaos in the world and people moving in unpredictable ways and like not using turn signals, not leashing dogs. Really early in the morning, there seems to be a lot less of that chaos. So that's why I like getting up and out there really early. And I try not to make judgments about people who sleep in late. Well, first let me say, I was kind of indoctrinated to believe that people who slept in were lazy and disorganized. And that was really just because we had these neighbors who would sleep in on the weekends. My mom just kind of thought that it was trashy to sleep in on the weekends. And so I think that's where, there is a little bit of a judgment. But also I might have a slight judgment because when I do wake up early, I notice that the people who are out, like the early morning runners that are, doing a 5 a.m. run, I slightly wonder if there's a correlation to conscientiousness. Like these people are up and at 'em, they're organized. You have to be organized to wake up that early. They're ambitious, but they also seem to follow the rules more. Like when I am out that early in the morning, I see more turn signals, much fewer off-leash dogs, but it could just be like a statistical thing because there's just less people out, so there's less instances of off-leash dogs. And then occasionally, of course, I will see someone like using an entire park for their own personal dog park. I imagine maybe they're thinking that they earned it because they woke up early. Like they specifically woke up early so that they could break the rule, maybe. Like it's not a big deal to break the rule because there's not very many people up and out in the world right now, maybe. I don't know. But overall, early in the morning, it does seem like people are more conscientious, more following the rules. I guess I have a slight judgment that maybe people who wake up earlier are winners. But, rationally also I know that that's not true. As long as you're on top of your shit, wake up whenever you want. However, I do believe that probably regularity and consistency in sleep routine is important. I think if you had a really erratic sleep schedule, like sleeping at a whole bunch of different times, that just seems less likely to work. It seems like that would have a negative impact on overall efficiency, but I don't know. There are outliers. For me, I am much more efficient with routine and consistency. So I intermittent fast for about 16 hours a day. So eating the last meal by 8 p.m. for sure, I'm finished eating. And then I don't eat again until 11 a.m. That's just comfortable for me. And in my mind, that 11 a.m. spot in my day is a target. It's like a little rest stop. It separates the morning time from the afternoon time. I am much more efficient in the morning. I get more done by 11 a.m. than I probably do in the second half of the day. But it's not just that I get more done earlier. It's that the tasks that I am focusing on before 11 a.m. are the priorities. Like I front load my day with the most important things, the non-negotiable things, and also things that require more mental sharpness because I'm just sharper in the morning. I try to get the shitty adult things done in the morning. I'd rather just get that done because then it makes the rest of my day just feel happier because like I know that I did that. My partner does the opposite. He puts it off and he procrastinates, and it's weird to me because like in the morning he takes it really, really slow, knowing that he has this, ooh, I just got an Etsy order. I heard this ka-ching. That's good. We need Etsy orders. So my partner, he, like maybe I'll say, what are you gonna do today? And he says, oh, I have to go fix this guy's thing up in his attic. I have to call him this attic. Not looking forward to it. And I'll say, oh, when are you gonna do that? And he's like, I don't know. Whenever I feel like it. I'm making my way towards that. Maybe 11 a.m. So I go and I check back 10:50, like, oh, so you're gonna leave soon. You're gonna go do that dirty job. He's still like not even anywhere near ready. And he's totally relaxed about it. Like to me, I would rather just get up and get it done. And especially like if I said I'm going to do it at 11, I would like do it at 11. Like I don't say I'm going to do something at 11 unless I'm actually going to do it. But he's just so freeform. And what is different about him is how relaxed he is in that lack of planning. I would have this anticipatory anxiety, not knowing when exactly I'm going to do it. And also I would be more relaxed if I had a target, 11 a.m., 9 a.m., whatever, and then I did it. It just would be uncomfortable for me. I would be just neurotic. But he has this ability to relax even though he doesn't have a plan. I just can't relate to that. Okay, so before 11 a.m., I get more shit done than I maybe do after. After eating that first meal, I might still be productive. It's just that it's more freeform. You know, I feel like it's okay to relax and be freeform about my day at that point because I've done the routine, I've done the obligations, the horrible adult responsibilities. I've gotten some of those major deal breaker type activities done. And so with the second part of my day, I can just look at my to-do list and sort of pick and choose. You know, the to-do list is never ending. You never finish it, but you can check off an individual task. You finish 5 things, but then you tag on 3 more that also need to get done. And with the second part of my day, it's more what I feel like doing. You know, I look at my list and I'm like, oh, chop wood. Am I in the mood to chop wood? I could do a little bit of that. And so there's all these systems in my life that are set up. I focus on the system, not the task. So there are all these systems that are set up to be ongoing where I can sort of jump in and jump out and get shit done. You know, maybe I'll chop a little bit. I have to make a lot of masks because people are ordering a lot of masks right now for, you know, back to school and winter. And so I might jump in and say, I'm going to make 6 masks right now just to, you know, keep building up my inventory. But it's like in the afternoon, my energy level is less predictable. And so I want to have some flexibility about the kinds of tasks that I'm going to do. That just works for me. You know, everybody's different. So we have this problem in the Pacific Northwest that the sun stays out too late, and I'm not a fan. People love it. And I don't want to be contrary, but it seems like a lot of times I like things opposite from other people. Like I prefer winter to summer, and I prefer, you know, cloudy days to sunny days. People just seem to like it when the sun stays out until 9 p.m. And I just hate it because we all have the same routine. Everybody has to be at work at the exact same time of day, but they stay up really late in the summer, like playing frisbee in the streets and, you know, being loud and keeping me awake because I would prefer to just go to sleep. And so I have these very like curmudgeon-y, like get off my lawn kind of feelings when I hear people like being rowdy on the streets after 9 p.m. in the summer. But I know that I'm really unusual because like most people love the summer and they love how the sun stays out late and you get a longer day. I'm just not a fan. Anyway, I do get on a later schedule during those summer months. And so the time that I wake up will creep to, you know, 5 or 6 a.m., which is, you know, later than I would really prefer. The favorite time that I love the most to wake up is 4:30. And I do that much, much easier in the fall and winter and part of spring when the sun is going down a little bit earlier at night. So in the fall, I go more to this 4:30 schedule. That works best for me. This year, I'm starting that earlier. I'm starting to get onto the 4:30 routine right now because I'm doing this intense coach training program. It's like being in college, you know, on top of my 2 small businesses that I run, the handmade business and then the massage therapy. I just need an extra shot of routine and efficiency right now because it's going to take a lot of discipline and routine to get through this next year, getting through the massive workload of this program. And so I'm wanting to do my 4:30 schedule right now. And so here's how I do it. This works for me, might not work for everyone, but I do this completely without an alarm. One of the things that I do is just picture 4:30 in my mind. And I think that has something to do with masculine sensory. So I picture 4:30 in my mind, and then I have a really accurate internal clock, and I will just wake up at 4:30. I don't need an alarm. The other thing that I do is not drink, because just from compare and contrast, it is clear when I drink, I don't sleep as well. When I abstain from drinking, my sleep is so much better. So that's a no-brainer. And then also the number one thing that I do that I think helps the most is strength train. So depending on how fit I am, I'll strength train just enough to keep me sore for most of the week. I'm really not in very good shape right now, and so I really only require like strength training 2 times a week in order to keep myself basically sore for the whole week, because I'll strength train and I'll be sore and in that sort of repair recovery phase for, about 3 days, dealing with that soreness, strength train again, and I get another 3 days of repair time. When my body is in that muscle repair mode, it's like the best sleeping pill that I've ever experienced. Doing some squats, lunges, push-ups, just enough to give me that delayed onset soreness to where I'm kind of dealing with repair for, 48 hours or maybe even 3 days. That just makes me go to bed early. I'll be struggling to stay awake at 8:30 because sleep is really how I repair my muscles. That does it. I mean, it's better than any sleeping pill. I just crash out early, and then because, I've fallen asleep so early, it's just easy to wake up at 4:30 because I've already gotten, 8+ hours of sleep. So anyway, that's it. I strength train, I visualize the time in my head, and I don't drink. That works for me, might not work for everyone, and also a lot of people out there probably aren't interested in waking up at 5:30, but I am. I like it, and that's how I do it. If you would like to schedule a one-on-one video chat session with me, you can find the link in the description. I hope everyone is having a good transition into fall. I feel it coming. I'm getting excited. Anyway, talk to you next time.